Well, hello from the AT. DogTag here. In my recovery mode. I am actually in Pennsylvania. The tramway has continued to move north. They picked me up yesterday. We stayed at Pine Grove hostel last night. This is where the trail continues to head north. And according to Mosey, they're 3 miles from the official halfway point of the AT. Unfortunately, I won't be walking it because I'm going to respect my doctor's wishes and take it easy for a few days. So dropping them off here today, and Sour Patch is going to continue to carry my dog tags for me, and hopefully he'll get a picture at the halfway point for me, and then Steady is gonna meet me back at the Pine Grove grocery store where they do the half-gallon challenge. So I will get to photograph and video that. No, I won't be partaking in the half-gallon challenge in respect to the surgeon who did the work in my gut. I don't think it'd probably be a great idea to try to take down a half-gallon of ice cream in an hour and then end up puking or diarrhea and herniating all my stomach. So I won't be doing that. I think I will come back at some point and redo this area so that I can say that I've done the half-gallon challenge. But until then, we'll get a picture of them leaving, and DogTag will head back to Pine Grove store and await Steady's arrival so that she can do her half-gallon challenge. So until then, for now, DogTag's getting better, and DogTag out. Okay, here comes the crew. Miss Teddy worked that room for that half-gallon of ice cream. So okay, here's my keeper of the key dog tags. Sour Patch has been carrying them for what, the last 4 days?
Yeah,
4 days,
50 miles or so.
Yeah. So he's going to continue to carry them until I'm healthy enough to be able to bear the extra weight and at least slack pack with them. So I don't know. We don't know where Mosey went, but she's went down the trail for something. She's looking for...
I have no idea.
I don't know. We'll see. The trail goes this way, goes that way. She's down that way. We'll figure it out. But thanks to Sour Patch for carrying my dog tags and continuing the journey. And he's also got his pack cover on that honors the 22 a day program. So thanks for what he's doing. And we'll continue to follow along the journey. DogTag out. Okay, DogTag's here at the Pine Grove Furnace Store, and this is the iconic half-gallon challenge location. And DogTag will not be partaking in the half-gallon challenge today, at the recommendation of my surgeon, and of course my crew. They probably think it would be a bad idea too.
Coward.
So, yeah, Sour Patch thinks I'm a coward. But you'll notice that they've only got a half gallon between the two of them. So if I'm a coward, he's a half coward. So
That's not even a half
So,
gallon. You have to have
yeah.
this to
Oh, and
make
he,
it a half gallon. They're
exactly.
not even
As
splitting a
Steady
half
says, you have to eat a big tub, and
the little tub.
Steady has a big tub of orange sherbet, and then her
I'm
little
lactose
tub,
intolerant.
and then her little tub. It looks like birthday cake. So her plan of attack is she's going to eat the small one first, and then she's going to finish the orange one. Now you have unlimited time to do it. You just have to be able to keep it down before you puke it all up.
Yeah, we'll see who wins in
But then she's going to
hour,
chase
so.
it down with a Fanta orange. So, and then of course Sour Patch and Mosey, they're going to chase it down with a burger. So, and me,
We're starting with the burger.
yeah, they're starting with the burger.
Starting here.
And me, I'm just going to do a little pint of ice cream. They didn't have anything basic, but this is raspberry with
Timer going?
chocolate
ready?
and something else in it. We'll see. But I think I can handle this without getting sick. So for now, DogTag's out. We'll videotape a little bit more as she goes along.
Videotape the tears.
Yeah. DogTag out.
Got the prepper.
Okay, DogTag is officially finished with his pint challenge. So maybe I could have done it, maybe I couldn't have, but I wasn't going to take no chances. Now Steady, on the other hand, over here, she is finished with her pint, and she's working on her orange sherbet.
Looks like
And
we're almost maybe a quarter of the way.
no way, she's about a tenth of the way.
No, she's more
Not
than
even
that.
a tenth of the way.
She's going.
There's still a lot of
Does the
orange
half-gallon
sherbet.
ice cream challenge even count as sherbet?
Yeah,
It's just a
but-
half-gallon challenge. It doesn't
Yeah.
say what it has to be.
All right, so Sour Patch brings up a good point. Is sherbet officially an ice cream?
I think it
And
is.
is it the half-gallon challenge necessarily mean it's a half-gallon of any cold shit? So, but you can see over there, Sour Patch and Mosey, they're working on they're maybe about 2/3 done. They
And
still
probably
got-
won't
they
finish.
oh, and she doesn't
Good
think
news
she's
is
gonna
that
finish.
I'm unburdened by other people's
Yeah,
expectations and silly
But,
challenges.
yeah. So we'll see. We'll see whether they go to finish it. But they chose peanut butter something.
Peanut butter cookies and cream.
Peanut butter cookies and cream.
Wasn't our first choice. Wasn't our ninth choice either.
There wasn't a lot of great flavor choices for us, so
Well, the flavor
But,
choices were good. It's just hard with chunky ice cream.
yeah. So, but we're having a good time doing it,
Delicious. It's
and
I don't want to eat this.
I really think Steady's going to be able to finish this challenge.
Daddy's got it.
Now there's a young man that was sitting here next to us. He finished. Okay, Steady's over in the sun. She had to move into the sun because the ice cream was getting her too cold. So now she's sitting in the sun, continuing with her battle of the orange sherbet. So I really think that she's going to be able to finish this. She's moving too good. So Steady's taking her last big bite of her ice cream challenge. Her cold frozen dessert challenge.
There's
Oh,
still
wait a
milk
minute.
in this. It counts.
Mosey's back in the game?
I was eating last of the cookies.
Oh, okay. And there she goes. She had to drink the remnants of the liquid in there. And then now she's officially done.
One more little drink.
Oh, one more little
I'm
drink.
not chugging it.
Good job, Steady. Good job. We knew you could do it from the start. What's your time?
Sub an hour. 54 minutes and 12 seconds.
Cool. So here in Pine Grove Furnace is the the Appalachian Trail Museum. It has a lot of cool stuff in there about the Appalachian Trail and about the original founders and stuff like that about the AT. So we're stopping for a visit, and you can kind of see why we're here. But for now, DogTag needs to get moving. Got to go deliver some slack packers their packs. DogTag out. DogTag here, June 21st, summer solstice, Earth Day, that kind of thing. Crew's getting ready to head out. I will be slack packing them through Boiling Springs and beyond. We'll see. So for now, DogTag out. So DogTag here. This is our second water stop of the day, and they've been telling me that it's not too bad. Only problem is being on this freaking antibiotic, I can't be out in the direct sun long term. But they said that the last 4 or 5 miles has been pretty much what you're seeing there. So wish I could be walking today. I might try to walk early in the morning before it gets too hot and the sun gets out to too much. If I wear long sleeves and my hat, I can probably get away with some of it. So, but they say that there are some sections where it's rocky and they have to climb up, and I don't know if I could do that and stress my incisions. So we'll see. You can tell that I'm right by a road. This was a crossing where we met, and I brought them some cold Gatorades and water so that they can keep moving. So 22 miles, their biggest day yet. So DogTag out. So yeah, I had to flip the camera around because I wanted you to see. That's the trail, the AT. Some of the flatter areas of the AT. You know, they always warn you about Rocksylvania, rocks of Pennsylvania. But nobody says that some of the best walking is also here in Pennsylvania as well. So we'll see. For now, DogTag out. Okay, DogTag here. It's June 21st. It's hike naked on the AT, and nobody's around, so I'm naked. Yep. Oh, wait, let me take my head off. Now I'm naked. Okay, I did it. I'm done. Not again. Bye. DogTag out. Okay, DogTag here, June 21st. Hype and Far Out. I know Far Out's from Germany. Where's Hype from?
Venezuela.
Venezuela. So 2 international hikers, running into them everywhere in the thing. Ran into them a couple times. I slack packed them yesterday, and they loved me. So I'm sure if I'm available and I'm around, I'll probably slack pack them again. So we'll see. But until then, DogTag's out. Okay, it's June 22nd. Call me crazy, but DogTag's back on the AT. And today I'm just doing a mile or so. I'm up here on the ridge, up here in PA. I'm at a place called Miller Gap. I just picked up a bunch of hikers' packs. We're all going to the same place tonight. So because it's in the 90s today, we're gonna let them slack pack, and they're gonna enjoy a little bit lighter day, carrying just water and snacks. And but I'm gonna spin around and you'll be able to kind of see where we're at. Trail heads down there and goes into that, down into that where's it, over there? Yes. So it's really beautiful up here. I'm gonna spin the camera around, take a few pictures, but I just feel like I need to get some miles on my legs, and I'm not gonna do anything strenuous. They say that this area is relatively flat. You're hiking through mostly these open fields, and when it goes into the tree lines, you know, everybody complains about Pennsylvania being called Rocksylvania. Well, we're gonna get to Duncannon today, and they say that the rocks start after Duncannon. So I'm just gonna take advantage of a little short day where I'm gonna put a few miles behind me on the trail, just so that I can keep my legs stretched. And I really feel like the walking is actually good for my abdominal muscles. I'm not straining them, but it does feel nice to walk. So, but feel good this morning because I ran into 5 hikers that that I'm gonna slack pack their gear into Duncannon. I'll meet my crew here probably about an hour or so, and you know, and then I'll rehydrate them, and then I'll head into Duncannon, retrieve some packages that were sent for them, and then deliver all these packs to the Assembly of God Church that allows hikers to stay there for free. So anytime you can get something for free on the AT when you're working a budget, it's a nice thing to do. So, but for now, I'm going to turn the camera around, take a few pictures, do a little bit of walking, and then we'll check out later. All right, we'll talk to you all later. Dog tag out. Okay, dog tags here. I've done all my shuttle duties. Plus I went to see a privy. Now I'm back on the trail. I'm gonna do a walk, at least a mile. Just they said it's an easy section. I don't even have my walking shoes on. I'm walking in my Birkenstocks. So I'm up here on this meadow ridge line here in Pennsylvania. So just a great day to be out here before it gets too hot, and enjoy some fresh air. I think that's helpful for the healing process. So for now, dog tag's gonna flip it around and you can walk with me through the field. Dog tag out. Okay, a lot of people are asking, why dog tag? Why get back out on the trail less than a week after your surgery? And well, you know, those are the people that haven't spent the last 3-4 months walking this trail, and there's just a big incomplete part of me. And this morning when I was sitting up here waiting for the tramway to arrive and give them some fluids and keep them hydrated on these hot days here in PA, you know, I ran into 5 other through hikers, many of which I've hiked in and around for months. And you know, to be able to give them hydration, and I'm actually going to slack pack most of them. There was one that refused it, but everybody else, there were 4 of them that took it. So I'm going to carry their packs into Duncannon, and we're all staying at this Assembly of God church that offers free, so I call it semi-hostels. It's you know, it's not a true hostel where you get bunk showers and all that. It's just a place for cover, and on a hot day like this, if it's got air conditioning, it's going to be a blessing for everybody. So, but you know, I'm not doing crazy miles. You know, like I said, no more than a mile. I just walked probably about 3/4, maybe a half mile out here, standing under a shady tree for a second, and then I'll turn around and go back. But you know, there's the AT, and this by far is some of the easier walking that we've had on the AT. Unfortunately, PA has some rough areas, and that's coming. But I probably will not be hiking much of that. A lot of it because you're rock scrambling, and I think if I rock scramble, trying to have to pull the body, this big fat body weight up, it'll really put a lot of stress on those incision sites, and so I'm not going to do that. But I do feel good helping other people along the trail, and it helps in their journey. They're able to do more miles each day because of the slack packs, and you know, they can get through some of these rougher areas. So that's the reason I'm doing it. And if you don't understand, well, I'm sorry. If you understand and support me, like, share, tell everybody that there's a crazy fat old man who just had his gallbladder out. And I don't know if I told everybody, but Sunday when I went to the hospital and the doc did the scans, and she says, yeah, Mr. Diamond needs to come out. Well, then that night when she took me out, when I got out of the surgery, and she came in, and I said, was it bad? She goes, oh, it was really bad. She goes, as soon as I touched it, she goes, it popped like a giant zit, dumped all that crap into my gut, and she had to flush my gut out, and that was the reason I had to stay 2 or 3 days for IV antibiotics. And of course, now I'm on oral antibiotics, and but I look forward to tomorrow going back for my follow-up, and I'll see a urologist because they put a Foley in me, and they let me leave with the Foley, but I had to leave it in for 5 days. It's been over 5 days, but the appointment's tomorrow, so it'll just be nice. Those of you that have ever had a Foley can truly appreciate what I'm going through, and you know, that's probably one of the bigger challenges of this past week is maneuvering, sitting, you know, trying to sleep with a Foley, and you know, it just kind of sucks. So, but hey, no pain, no rain, no Maine. We've had all the rain, and now I've had a lot of pain. So now we just need to get our asses to Maine. So we are over halfway. The tramway is, today we are at 1,144 miles, I think is where our marker is today. So it might even be further than that, I'd have to look. But yeah, 1,100 miles. We're well over halfway. So now each mile we walk, we're getting closer to Maine. So it's less there than it is to go back. So no going back to Georgia, we're going forward. So for now, dog tags out, and oops, sorry, I put my hand right in front of the camera. I need to walk back to the trail. I walked back to where the car is. Oh, and here comes my Mosey friend. She, maybe I'll just wait for her then, and we'll get her on video as she moseys up the trail here. So you're down there. So yeah. So dog tag out for now. All right, Mosey. We got about maybe 3/10, maybe 4/10 to the car. So, all right, dog tag's gonna turn around and head back with Mosey. We're gonna go get something cold to drink, get her back on the trail. For now, dog tag's out. So dog tags here in Duncannon, Pennsylvania. We're at the Assembly of God Church. There's a hostel here that they have. The young man back here, that's Poppins. He's on the trail. I carried his stuff in so that he could get here a little easier and quicker. So we're here to offload that stuff. But just as we got here, they had food. And of course, you know, hey, hikers can't turn down free food. So for now, we're gonna enjoy our little snack. So for now, dog tag out. Okay, dog tag Monday after it's been a week and 1 day since my surgery. Today was my follow-up day with the surgeon and the urologist. The Foley's out. I've peed, but I still have to go back and see her at 3 o'clock. The surgeon, they were expecting to pull my drain out today, but they found out that the drain had already been taken out before I left the hospital. So all good. They said for the most part, only call if I have a problem. So for right now, dog tag's good, other than I gotta find something to do to keep me busy for the next 2 or 3 hours. And then I'll head back up north to PA. So for now, dog tag is out. Oh, it's June 23rd, if anybody's curious. So we'll see you later. Dog tag out. Okay, dog tag here, June 23rd. It's evening. I've returned, from my doctor's trip. I decided I was going to stick my head here in the American Legion post 340 here in Duncannon, Pennsylvania. Have a nice social hall. I asked, but they don't allow videotaping inside, so I just videotaped out here. But what's nice is that, oh, you can't see it from here, but just down the street that way is the VFW post, and they also have a social hall, and it's really cool. So one of the other vets, he came with me, the ambassador. He came, and we brought a couple other guys just to show them what the American Legion Hall was all about. So now we're off to go get pizza for them, and then we're headed back to the shelter, the hostel. Talk to you later. Dog tag out. So dog tag here again, and I'm inside now. And I've left the American Legion Hall, and Father Time, one of the young men over there, let's see, there he is right there, he's back there. Father Time treated everybody to pizza, so of course he buys, I fly, so we stopped and got it on the way back. But this is the downstairs area of the Assembly of God Church, that they allow people to sleep here in an air-conditioned building, and you throw your pads down and you go to sleep. At least you're in a cool area for the night. Has a bathroom and a shower, so all is good. So dog tag's gonna partake, and I will talk to y'all later. Dog tag.